all the big shots out there who tell you what to eat and how much and what's the latest thing, they would think that what I ate today was ridiculous. And I'm going to tell you what I ate today, because as an intuitive eater, sometimes it seems ridiculous, but it's beautiful. It's perfect. So today, I woke up and had this little granola thing with yogurt. And this is kind of a new thing for me, but it is, I don't know, I just landed upon this. And I used to never be hungry in the morning. I am now. I think it's just different lifestyle that I'm in right now in terms of work and everything. And it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. I wake up and I crave it. I love it. I eat it a lot. And I am always aware that I'm eating this and I'm thinking, okay, is this becoming a habit or am I craving this? Because you want to be, as you're an intuitive eater, you want to be craving it. You just don't want to eat it because you ate it yesterday. But I have found for the past couple months that this is really hitting the spot. Okay, but I'm aware. I'm always thinking, is this really what I want? Do I want eggs or something? Or am I even hungry? Always, am I even hungry? And for whatever reason, as you get older, things change. Your body needs different stuff, whatever. But so I had that at like 8 o'clock. And then I'm working and I drink coffee with milk in it. I kind of drink it throughout the day a little bit. And so I'm having that. So it's milk, whatever, carbs, sugar. I don't care. It's delicious. I think it's 1% milk I have right now. I don't know. Sometimes I get whole. I don't know why. I don't care. I don't worry about it. I know if I drink whole milk, my body is going to recognize that I ate more and my hunger will change. It won't be as strong. If I have 1% milk, I'm eating less. It just all works out. It all works out because I'm an intuitive eater now after being a dieter like you for many, many years. So then this afternoon, something I loved when I was a dieter and I never had is peanut butter. And I don't have it. I didn't have it because it was evil and a terrible food, and it was in Snickers bars or Reese's cups. It had to be terrible. So what I had today for the rest of the day, until now, it's 6 o'clock, and I'm going to eat dinner. I'm hungry right now, but I just had peanut butter. And I cannot tell you the joy that, because I have a good memory of things in my life. I remember the pain of wanting some freaking peanut butter, and I just and I'd maybe want it on bread or toasted, and just going, no, I can't have that because that's bad. I'm a dieter and I need to lose a few pounds, and I want to lose a few pounds this week, whatever the heck it was, and I wouldn't eat it. And then what happens? Then I'm totally obsessed with peanut butter for ever. Now, as an intuitive eater, when I want peanut butter, I have it. And I probably had, just to give you an idea of how much, because I know people like to hear that, I probably had 500 calories worth of peanut butter. I can't forget calorie counts. I wish I could, but I can't. I don't wish I could, but it's just so ingrained. Anyway, so it was, a substantial amount, I guess. And it felt great. And I had the hot coffee with it. And I just, so delicious. And when I was a dieter, I never allowed myself that. And if I was following people I don't want to pick out anyone particularly, but I happen to be watching Andrew Huberman, who I listen to sometimes for other stuff. And he talks about food, and all these guys who talk about food who are all obsessed into, they talk about food and their health all the time. Okay, but what about the stress that you incurring by always worrying about your food? Are you getting the right this? Are you getting the right that? I just think if we take a different approach to this, as I have for the past 25 years, and just let our bodies guide you. And my body doesn't know. Yes, your body does know. You will get crazy cravings that you don't even know what they're for. And by the way, on this peanut butter topic, I was out the other night with some friends. Randomly, peanut butter came up, and a friend of mine goes, I just love peanut butter. And I'm looking at him, and he's Irish like me. And I'm like, I do too. And my husband doesn't care about peanut butter, and other people I know don't. But I have noticed in my life that there are some affinities for food with people who are from the same area in this world. How long has my family been not in Ireland? Maybe 300 years tops, 200? I don't know. I don't know when they came in the 1800s. So that's 150 years. And so most of my ancestors were all on the Green Isle, whatever, eating a certain way. And that's in me. It's in me. And so my friend who was saying the same thing from the same area, it's in him too. And so it feels so nice to think, wow, I'm craving food because my ancestors ate this a lot and it was good for them and whatever, and I'm connected to them in that way. Does that sound sappy? I feel good about that. I'm like, yeah, there's a little hint of some great grandmother in me saying, yeah, have some peanut butter. And as a dieter, no, or have some potatoes as a dieter, no. And now I live my life embracing that. And so I'm going to go into the workbook as we do, but I just want you to know how fun it is to be an intuitive eater, how life affirming, how you're connected in such a great way to yourself and to your ancestors. Because I imagine people of other cultures who have other food histories in their brain have other different things. And maybe they'll never know it because they never allow themselves to have it, because maybe it's some fatty food that you shouldn't have, or some high sugar food or whatever. Just live your life with food and make friends with your body and your cravings, and don't fight all the time, and don't try to be perfect. And this Andrew Huberman guy who I was listening to about, I don't know why I was listening to him, but he started talking about keto and stuff, and I'm just telling you, that's poison. Keto is poison to me. Maybe not to everybody. It was poison to me because it set up such a diet brain on, off, good, bad thing. And I think that is very, very damaging. So I just want you to feel inspired to join me in this happy place. I'm telling you guys, before I became an intuitive eater, I never would have imagined me eating like this. And here's another thing. So it's fall. I wore jeans. I have jeans on right now for the first time in quite a while. And since I have a memory, because dieting was so freaking painful, and going up and down, up and down, and up and down was so painful in my life to me, and so stressful, it's exhausting, that I remember in fall, like, oh God, I wonder how my jeans are going to fit, because I might have gone through the summer just kind of, I don't know, like, and eating when I wasn't hungry and doing a diet and then gaining a ton back, and I was always, okay, fall was a little bit of a what's the word? Just a reconciliation. Okay, how are my jeans going to feel? So I put my jeans on today, and I was like, this is so great. I didn't think about weight loss or calories or anything. I haven't in years. I mean, I particularly didn't this summer, right? It's just nice that your clothes fit, is what I'm trying to say. It's nice that you don't have to stress about that. It's nice that your clothes from last year fit, and 10 years ago and 20 years ago, they fit. I mean, I don't have a ton of them from then because they probably aren't very cute, but they would fit. That's really nice. These are nice things. And this is normal. And we've made it abnormal. Like, oh, well, she still fits in her clothes. I'm 65. You do not have to gain weight as you get older. Your body changes. Yeah, it does change. It gets gushier. Oh, well, what are you going to do? Work out like a mad woman? No, thank you. I'm going to live my life, move around and have fun and eat when I'm hungry and not eat when I'm not. And I highly recommend you do the same. It is life affirming. It is joyful. And it's bizarre how much like, oh, wow, you haven't gained weight as you've gotten older. I mean, wow, you get a lot of respect for that, and I don't think it's warranted. It's just normal. It's the way it used to be, guys. I mean, you may get a little, like I said, gushier or whatever, things redistribute. You can't, whatever. Or you can fight that if you want. I choose not to. I'm just going to, go along, eating as an intuitive eater and exercising and enjoying it. So, joy. Okay, so we are on page 42. 43. Let's go to this statement. The first diet leads to many diets. So I'm here going through our workbook. Get it or don't get it, whatever you want to do. It's on our website, but I'm going through it, and I want everyone who's watching this, and I know there's not a ton of you because this message isn't very popular, but for the one of you, two of you, four of you that I help, it's worth it. So I'm here with you. This is the thing. When you go on your first diet, you think it's amazing and you lose weight. Everyone loses weight on their first diet, unless you just absolutely don't follow it at all. But most people, I'm going to go on a diet and this is what my mom does, or this is what she did. And you lose some weight and you're like, see, dieting works. Dieting doesn't work. That's just the first part. The second part is you gain it all back, and you do, and just look at your life. And that's why earlier in the workbook, you kind of write down, what is your history? When did you, what was your weight? What was going on your whole life? And when I did that for myself, I noticed this. But slowly going up. That's why, can you see the girls right there? This is, the top is your before. You're maybe a little heavier than you wanted to be, which was me. And then you get down to your thin weight and you feel so fabulous. Then you gain more back. And that's the sad girl on the bottom. That's me. Now, I And then, how much weight did you lose? Well, over my time as a dieter, I would say, I used to say 100 pounds. I would have said it was more than that. But it wasn't all at once. But don't let that make you think if you have more weight to lose. This message is for you too. But people say, how much weight did you lose? At my heaviest, not pregnancy-wise, I probably was 15 or 18 pounds more than I wanted to be. Don't go, oh, that's not very much. She doesn't know. Yes, it was a lot for me, and it really bothered me. But the mentality to lose that is the same, whether you have 50, 100, whatever pounds to lose. It's the same brain. And I've helped people all literally over the world who had more weight to lose weight doing this. So don't be dissuaded. I'm not a doctor. Again, who am I? I'm not a scientist. I'm just a lady who figured it out. And I'm trying to help you because no one else is out there, I don't think, doing a good job with this. Anyway, so understand what your first diet did to you. Your body acclimates to your diet by requiring less. That's the first big bad thing that happens. So my first diet was Scarsdale diet. I remembered like it was yesterday, and it was 750 calories a day roughly, and I was, I want to say 14 and a half years old. I weighed like 123 pounds, I think. I remember getting there, and I lost, on that diet. And then immediately I gained back and went up to 135 or whatever, which was, I was only 14. That to me felt like a lot. That was in the 70s, and people, that was a lot for me at that time. I hope these numbers aren't bumming you out. Don't let it bum you out. It's the same brain, same mentality. So I was like, wow, that diet was good. I'm bad. Look at me. A mess. It was because the diet did that to me. My body got completely freaked out, and I lost muscle and fat, but a lot of muscle. So you don't need as many calories if you're more fat than muscle. Muscle burns more fat, more calories, I should say. So it sets you up. So you've done the diet. Your body's completely freaked out. Why isn't she eating? We're lost on a desert island with no food. I better really conserve. And you lose your muscle. And so then you when you gain back weight, you're gaining back fat more than muscle, unless you're working out really hard, which I wasn't at that time. And so yeah, you just set yourself up with a big failure. So know the history, know the real truth about why you are where you are, if you're heavier than you want to be, or if you're just obsessed with food, because this is what it does to you. This constant diet where you're never being normal. You're never normal because and I said this last time, you're in between diets. You're never just you living around food. Never was I. I was always like, well, I'm going to diet next week, or I dieted last week, so I'm pigging out this week. We used to call it pigging out. So your hunger, satiety, and cravings become harder to hear as you train yourself to eat by food rules instead of by following your own instincts. So when people say, and I've certainly said this, I don't even know when I'm hungry. I don't even know what I really like. It's just been so long. I'm so disconnected from my own drives. This is what dieting does to you. This is what dieting does to you. No one tells you that. They just go on a diet. It's no big deal. It's a very big deal to diet. It's a very, very big deal. Especially, horrendous quick diets. They just mess you up. So don't do that to yourself. Again, earlier in this workbook, we go over that. Look at your own truth. Look at the people in your life. I started looking at my 4 mothers and going, well, none of them are doing well, and they're all dieters. And is it all their fault? What's going on here? And I had a hard look, and I said, they're, reasonable people, they're disciplined, and they're all always struggling. Mother-in-law, stepmother-in-law, all of them always struggling. And they're pretty much all gone now. And they never figured it out. I tried to tell them, but they didn't want to hear it from me. Who was I? But it's also, I was younger and I hadn't done it for so long. Now, I feel very confident telling anyone, do this because it's the way out. It's the way out of a stressful relationship with food and eating, where you think about it way too much. You're constantly worried about your weight. You're imagining as you get older, you're just going to get heavier and heavier. And that just does not, it's a myth. It's a myth. Yes, older people need some less calories, but not that much less. I don't notice much less. And you're fine. Mother Nature is beautiful. So, launching into week 3, exercise 2. The great thing about Mother Nature is once you start listening to her, she will start talking to you again. But you have to be patient and coax her voice back. And every single time that you have a craving and you eat what you crave, or are not hungry and you don't eat, you are rebuilding that connection. It's like you're laying bricks on a wall. You're just building. But unlike dieting, where when you're doing the diet and I don't know about you. I think I do know about you, but I know for me, and I know for many, many people I've worked with over the years. And when I say worked with, I mean, talked to, had conversations with via email and all that, because I don't do counseling one-on-one, you feel like you're cracking. You're like, oh my God, how many things can I deny myself? How many, whatever emotional thing happens, you crack. You crack. This doesn't happen when you're an intuitive eater. You're building a strong fortress that guards you from that diet mentality, and you build it moment by moment, experience by experience, and they build, and you get stronger and stronger and stronger. You don't get weaker and weaker and crump and go, oh God, I'm back to square one. I gained all the weight back. You know how that is. You know how that is. It's so awful. It's so awful. I'm so sad that I spent 25 years as a dieter. I always say I hate having regrets, but I do. I regret that. Don't do that to yourself. I was 40 when I figured it out. Be younger than that, but if you're older than that, it's not too late. So this is an example of progress that you may have. Wow, today I realized I was craving pineapple juice, so I drank it. I didn't worry that I was drinking calories. I had about 6 ounces, put it on ice, and I enjoyed it thoroughly. I trusted that it wasn't bad, that I craved it, even though I had no idea why. Usually, I would have just had a diet soda and been left feeling kind of blah. Right? I'm sure I wrote notes when I was becoming an intuitive eater, so I have little episodes like this that I drew from our workbook. You don't worry about it. You don't go, oh, that's so bad, and you judge. It's not going to hurt you. A little bit of pineapple juice or whatever amount it needed to satisfy your craving. It's much worse to stress and have a diet soda, which is full of, I was told this story before. A neurologist once told me it pickled your brain. That was a big moment for me. I gave up diet soda in about the time I became an intuitive eater. And now I think I trained myself to just not be disgusted by the disgusting taste. And I know you think you like Diet Coke. I know I did too. But when you stop drinking for a while, you try to drink it again, you're like, what is this chemical concoction? I promise. And how did I get off it? That was a big deal to get off Diet Coke, because I drank a lot. I hydrated with that. And I see people online, other famous people drinking, and I'm like, I wish I could tell them, just stop for a while if you can. Of course you can. And then when you come back to it, you'll know, like someone gave me got a Coke the other day, and I drink some Coke, not a lot, because I don't want a lot. And they accidentally gave me a Diet Coke, and I went, ugh. And I used to just chug that stuff. So your body does adapt. It does change, and your body gets smarter. It gets better at telling you that. It had stopped listening to me. I mean, I'm sure it was sending me yuck signals, but I was like, no, this is better than Coke, better than, drinking sugar. So I convinced my body just to play along. Don't do that. Don't do that. Give your body a chance to tell you what it needs. So let me reiterate, your healthy thin mentality isn't gone. It is buried under a stubborn layer of diet mentality. You can get it back. The healthy thin mentality I'm talking about is my little phrase for intuitive eating, your healthy thin mentality. And I just used to call it your thin mentality, but people didn't like that. So I wrote healthy thin, because this is not about being weird thin. This is about being delightfully in your happy weight. This workbook is designed to help you do that. So let's bust some myths that I bet you might believe. And I want you to, in the workbook, guys, place a check mark during the ones that resonate with you. So you can look at it later and go, wow, I don't feel like that anymore. And you're going to be so glad. Okay, these were so true for me. Not anymore. If I ate whenever I was hungry, I would gain a lot of weight. Many people think that. If I ate what I crave, I would eat junk. If I ate what I crave, I would never crave healthful food. It is very important to get good nutrition, so I need to follow rules. Okay, so this is on the page, bottom of page 43. Look at those, just digest those, digest how you feel about those statements. And the next time we talk, we're going to go through we're going to review them, and I'm going to dispute all of those with you, because they're not true. It is not your truth. It is a myth that is pummeled at you by greedy diet companies who want to teach you a set of rules or sell you some program with food, like, special food. It's never special. It's just small. So digest those, and if you got the workbook, go through them and think about what you're really saying to yourself. And I promise you, it's good news, because none of those are true. None of those are true. It's just what you've been taught to believe. So if you want to, get in your happy weight without angst permanently, just by following your beautiful body, which you do have, which you're the only one who can listen to your body. You're the only one. And please give your body that dignity of listening and not fighting and not judging. I had someone email me this week about, she's pregnant and she was really worried about what she was eating and stuff. And when you're pregnant, a special time. And I'm not a doctor, I'm going to say it again, but she's so concerned, so judgy over everything that was going into her body, which I understand. You want to be careful, but especially for her, she sounds so stressed out about it. No. Are you hungry? Do you think, your baby and you are going to be giving you massive signals to eat when you're pregnant, and to not eat, and what to eat? I just remember that very, very well. That was before I was an intuitive eater, and I remember the same feeling of, just chill. Am I hungry? What am I craving? That's the best guidance you can give. It's not coming from other people. It's coming from your body. If you're new to intuitive eating and are pregnant, it's harder because you're not used to this. But if you can just stay calm and just keep focusing on that. And I'm telling you, one of the best gifts you will ever give to your baby is you being an intuitive eater. That's the best behavior you can model. All right, guys. Please, if you are not subscribed, please subscribe. I've been doing this for a long time, and we have a very small little channel, which I don't care, but I'm going to still be coming here. But I think more people will see this if you subscribe. A little button, just press it. And if comments are great, and I appreciate them. And find me on other social, on TikTok. And you can do this. If I can do this, you can do this. If I can do this, huge diet brain, huge. And I'm in this, I've gone to the other side where food is not the enemy. And it's not. Food is a pleasure. Food is a gift. And you deserve to have that gift not be a negative part of your life. Okay? Thank you for being here, and I'll be back soon.